Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Daily here from Perfect Alliance, and today I'm joined with Carly, or ex Saria, from Team Mutiny. They were our show match on Ladies' Night this week, and we're going to talk to them a little bit about their performance and see, how they felt about things. And Carly here is the OBJ player, the support player for Mutiny. So, hello, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. So let's start off. Tell us how long you guys have been a team together. How long have you been practicing together as Mutiny?
Me, Sabrina, and Steph have been teaming since the beginning of the year. And then I had it on Kayla a few months ago, but actually recently last night she just left our team.
Oh, sorry to hear
Um,
that.
it's okay. To VQ ladies for Anaheim. So we're looking for a fourth player for Anaheim right now.
Gotcha.
For 2 weeks away. But
Well,
we've been teaming for about 3 months.
so 3 or 4 months under your belt there with your team now, and losing a player is always tough, but that's the world of Call of Duty. I'm sure you guys will be able to bounce back and pick up a good player. So let's go ahead and start out and talk about your matches. Domination on Strike Zone. You guys start out and you win. You win your first domination by a few points on round one. We go into round two, and you guys are able to work together a little better, and you're actually able to increase that domination victory by quite a few points. I believe it's about 20 or 22 by the end of the match. Walk us through your domination strategy. What is more important to you guys? Is it more slaying, or is it rotation towards the objective? Being an objective player yourself, what do you feel is most important about domination?
Well, on Strike Zone especially, I feel like the rotations are really important. Especially, you want to cap A and C a lot so you can get the spawn trap in B. And I think during the second round, we were kind of able to get our heads more towards that, and we were just rotating a lot more and winning those important gunfights in B as well to get them off behind the bar. And I think we were just able to slay out a little bit more than Allegiant was for us to get the win in the second round and come up by a lot more points.
Exactly. I think our casters pointed that out a couple times during the match, and we'll see if we can put some highlights into this interview as well. You guys really came out with the slaying power that we see from some of the better teams here. So I personally think that helped you guys out a lot. But we move on to S&D on Sovereign, which actually turns out to be a different story. The Allegiant ladies actually win this round with a very good performance. Tell us about S&D on Sovereign. Is it the map? Did you guys have a bad game? What about S&D on Sovereign was different than domination on Strike Zone?
Yeah, we lost 6-1 on that one, so it wasn't our best game. We tend to hate that map a lot. And well, not we like it for domination, but not S&D. I think it's just a harder time because we don't really know which guns we want to use half the time, and we don't always know which bomb we want to push. So it was just a harder time. We were getting picked off gunfights a lot earlier, so that we were always left, 1v4, 2v4, and we just had a tough time coming back from that. So at least we didn't get 6-0'd. We were happy
Right.
about that, but we weren't very happy with our performance from that one.
Obviously, and before we move on, let's just touch real quick on respawn game modes versus non-respawn game modes. Which one do you prefer as an objective player? Do you prefer respawn game modes like Blitz and Domination, or do you like S&D and maybe just not the Sovereign map?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind S&D. I definitely think my favorite game type is Blitz, which is actually weird because at the beginning of Ghost, it was my least favorite. I absolutely hated it. But now, I'm actually a really sneaky player when it comes to Blitz. I try not to, you know, uh, challenge someone. I actually like sneaking by, and I
Right.
really like going for the captures and Blitz, actually. So.
Well, that's good. So we'll move on and actually talk about your Blitz performance, which actually was pretty good. You guys up 6 points on the first round and even more points after round two. And this is Blitz on Warhawk, which is obviously a fun map with the spawns being so far away from each other, having a lot of map to cover, a lot of long sight lines. Tell us about Blitz on Warhawk. How does your team like to play that?
Steph usually runs an AR on one side, and then we push the two opposite sides, and it actually works out really well for us. She gets a lot of kills, and she's really good at not getting picked off head glitches and stuff like that. So
Right.
me, Kayla, and Sabrina would all go for caps, and we did that pretty well. We do that on both sides, and it works out pretty well. So I think
Awesome.
we won that one like 24-10. So we were really happy with our
Yes.
performance from that
That
one.
was a very, very good performance by you guys. And, like I said, with the long sight lines and stuff like that, we saw some really good AR play from you guys. And I think really that's kind of what, turned the tide is you guys were able to win the long gunfights, move in, and get the crazy amount of caps that you got. But we'll move on and we'll talk about domination on Sovereign. And we're back on the Sovereign map, but you guys actually play this one much better. The domination is by far one of the bigger victories that we've seen from a team. When it comes back into domination after a game mode like Blitz, how do you get your team to readjust? Is it simple for you guys, or is it a communication thing? Walk us through the transition from game mode to game mode. How do you guys handle that?
Well, for Sovereign, we actually scrim that map a lot for domination, and we're really upset that it's not in open bracket at Anaheim. But we're really good with rotating and OEing, especially on Sovereign. We always go either stake or up top in control and trying OE so we can get the other team be distracted. And it also helps because Sabrina went like really big on that
Yes.
map.
Everybody
She did
did
really
really, really
good.
good,
So
but she definitely was a standout.
yeah, she did do very good, and Kayla actually didn't even have her mic in the whole time. So
So you were actually playing with the player with no mic?
yes,
Wow.
for just Sovereign Dom,
Right.
but so
Still, yeah, still to like I said, that being one of your better performances of the night, um, that's great. So we're getting close to the end of the game here. We're in S&D on Warhawk, and the Allegiant Ladies start off again. S&D game mode. They start out really powerful. What happens for you guys to be able to come back and send the Allegiant Ladies home? Because they were poised to win that one and take you guys into another game, but you guys didn't let that happen. What's the team talk going on? How are you getting your team to lock down what needs to be locked down?
yeah, we were down by a 2-0 lead from Allegiant Ladies, and I think we just had to switch from being really aggressive to non-aggressive, and we kept pushing the B bomb, and we started pushing A more, which is not really like us. I mean, and a lot of teams tend to push B more,
Yes.
but we started pushing to A, and it actually worked out really well, and we were sitting in really good spots to where we could all see the map from different places. We all had each other's backs, and yeah.
Right, so actually taking a more non-aggressive stance pays off in the long run for you guys, and that's a lot of times you don't see that from teams. They just try and go aggressive no matter what, and you see these two teams button heads, and it's really like who accidentally wins the gunfight wins the game. But in this case, like you said, you guys took a different stance on it, and as a viewer and caster myself, I was able to see, the transition where it was no longer, whoever wins the gunfight wins. You guys actually physically locked down the map, and they weren't able really to get anywhere out of their spawn. And you guys did a really good job. So that actually wins you the game, wins you the series. Who does your MVP game gun go to, your standout player for this match?
I think Kayla did really good. She slayed out a lot. But also, I mean, I think Steph did a very good job. She um did a lot better. I mean, she really showed up and
Right.
showed that she was like ready to play. She got a lot more kills than she usually does. So I think she really wanted to win, and she definitely showed that she wanted to do that.
Exactly. So it's very close split, but looks like the game gun's going to go to Steph today. Give me a brief explanation or a brief overview of what you would give advice to other female gamers up and coming. Obviously, everybody knows the females get treated a lot differently in Call of Duty, but here at PA, we're really trying to stop that kind of stuff. Have these lady night show matches, and we've even teamed ladies up against males to kind of bridge that gap that people have between female gamers and guy gamers. We want to really eliminate that and show that you guys or you ladies are just as good as us guys. What advice would you give to other lady teams out there who might not have been on PA before or kind of understand that mentality that we just talked about?
Yeah, I think that girls teams really just need to play as much as the guys teams do. I mean, we really need to grind it out and show guys that we're not, bad players like everyone else thinks. Like, we're not awful and we actually know what we're doing. Like, a lot of girls that I know play more than a bunch of guys do. So it's
Exactly.
kind of upsetting to see guys just overlooking girls as good players and like only paying attention to girls that are really really good when a lot of the like I guess less known girl
Right.
players don't really get any attention. But I mean, girls just need to play a lot of varieties of different teams and don't just stick to playing girls teams all the time. Like, we play guys teams all the time and we're just as good as them. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
And, coming from being a PA member myself, I actually encourage that a lot. And I really think that's a great message. So listen up, all you ladies teams that are going to be watching this. You heard it from her. Go out, keep on your grind, keep playing, and definitely don't get discouraged. If some, guys put you down or anything like that, we had some guys in the chat lobby, talking. Don't let those guys get to you. You guys played a great show match, and you're even more competent than some of the other teams we've had on here. You can go back and look at past broadcasts and see that these two lady teams that we had on here this particular night actually outperform some of our male teams. So they're here. You guys are going to Anaheim, hopefully.
Yes, we are.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to that, and hopefully we'll see you there. Thank you so much for joining us. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Nope, that's pretty much it.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time.